Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we're reviewing the HP G250 G4. Before we do go ahead, I wanted to say thank you to everybody, all of you 100 people, thank you. You may have noticed already, I've been saying this on my feeds on Twitter and Instagram, how we've been taken on board by Untitled or ProVNet. You guys might not have heard of them, but basically there's a very good reason for that. It's because they predominantly deal with VIP people, the likes of footballers, actors, directors, and big corporations. And yes, I got very lucky, and they're going to be putting my videos up on their channel. So do go ahead and go and check it out. Link will be below. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe is also below. And if you haven't shared, come on, please share. So let's get on with the actual visual look of the laptop itself. Being a 15-inch laptop, it's quite large, of course. A lot of real estate for you to have all sorts of things you need. So the very top, it's got a silver finish or chrome, however you want to look at it, with this lines across it. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it basically reflects light in a funny way, makes your eyes go a little bit not too keen on it. Of course, the cool HP logo. In case you don't know what HP stands for and you're new to computers, it stands for Hewlett Packard. If you want to know more about that, I'm sure I can point you in the right direction, some videos on their history and so on and so forth. Turn it around, let's have a visual look of it. On the bottom of the laptop itself, being plastic, we have a couple of rubber feet, which is actually quite nice because it makes the laptop feel very sturdy when it's sitting on the table. Plastic, I gotta say the plastic does feel cheap, but we're gonna get onto that. With a few indents here for dual speakers, so it's a stereo speaker system. And that's the overall look there, but well, let's look at the actual input and output that this is providing us. Let's start on the left hand side. We have two USB ports, both of which are 3.0, HDMI, full-size RJ45 for Ethernet, so no more of these little silly adapters you end up getting with these thin laptops. Of course, 3.5mm jack. Hey, when are we going to lose that on laptops? Maybe Apple's already lost that. No, actually, no, they haven't. VGA, I'm not sure why we still have VGA on laptops, but to be fair with you, if you're buying this for your business, you're probably going to be really happy that you have one of those, because I know of loads of places that you could go into a presentation which you still need one of those because the projector doesn't support HDMI. Come on people, buy a brand new projector. On the right hand side of the device, we have two LED lights, one for hard drive activity and the other one is to display power. We have a SD card. I tell you, that's really handy actually, and another USB port and the disc tray. Yes, you can still use CD-ROMs for you to play your DVDs or your ABBA album on your CD-ROM if you have one of those. I don't have one of those. And a Kensington lock, so you can keep this secure. And that's about it for I/O. Let's talk a little bit about the screen itself. Bigger screen, of course you'd expect a full high definition experience. Unfortunately, in this occasion, you don't. You only get 1366 by 768, which is just shy over high definition. It's not Retina. If you wanted to know what the actual Retina PPI is, it's just about 100, so it's not particularly high definition. The screen itself isn't very bright either. So we're not going to win a lot of hearts on the screen alone. However, it's anti-glare, so that's quite handy. Let's have a look at the actual camera itself, which is, in my opinion, atrocious. The resolution is really bad. Look on the left hand side here, you'll see the video of it. You can even see on the video, I'm shocked about it, and that is really bad. So that kind of covers the aesthetics of it. Let's look about under the bonnet. What you get with it in terms of performance. This is the i5 version. There is the i7 and so on and so forth. That's what the G4 appendix relates to. This is the i5 with 8 GB of RAM. So the i5 is i5 6200U. So that's 2.2 GHz and turbo up to 2.7 GHz. It's a dual core, not a 4 core. It will come up on Windows as a 4 core, but that's got hyper-threading. If you want to know more about hyper-threading and stuff like that, let me know. I could always put a video together with that, explaining what that means. It can be very confusing when you're looking at specifications for a laptop, or any machine in that matter. 8 GB of RAM, random access memory, and that's 1600 MHz DDR3 should I say. It is expandable up to 16 gig, so that basically means you have a spare slot on your motherboard for your laptop, so there is some expandability for the future. Hard drive, on the other hand, is a 256 SSD. None of this fancy Windows Surface and NVMe hard drives which are super fast. It's just standard SSD on SATA 3. Read and write speeds are displayed here up on the screen as well. And while we're at it, let's just show you what this thing can do in terms of CPU performance. These numbers are on par, slightly better than most laptops of the price range. Again, we still haven't talked about price. And also, while we're at it, one of the biggest questions I keep getting asked from people in my reviews, does the laptop game? Well guys, if you're going to do some gaming and you're looking at this, you're looking at the wrong device. This comes with HD 520 graphics, which is the lowest integrated graphics APU that you can get on most Intel devices. It's not going to be doing gaming. However, it probably will do something like on browser gaming, something like that, like all your Facebook games. It'll do something like that. But if you're expecting to play Tomb Raider or anything like that, no. So one of the reasons why you buy a bigger laptop, like a 15-inch in this case, as opposed to a smaller one, is because you're looking for a full-size keyboard. And of course, HP has given you that. And what I mean by full-size keyboard, I mean you get the additional numerical keys on the right-hand side of the keyboard like you do on a typical desktop keyboard. So that's here. Using the keyboard for a little while, what I have found is, I'm not a big typer, so I'm not super fast, so I'm an average guy, so I'm not going to tell you, hey guys, you have to be super good at typing to kind of experience this. It's well built, but not built to last. And there's a very good reason for that, because I haven't actually touched on price on this. The fascia of the keyboard itself is made out of aluminium, one-piece aluminium, nice and cold to the touch. It feels a bit more expensive. Hey, maybe they're taking a few cues from Apple and a few other more expensive brands. One of the good things about that is that it feels smooth when you're touching the trackpad. There's no breakages between the trackpad and the actual fascia, but also because there isn't a breakage between one and the other, it's quite easy to lose track as to where you're pointing on the trackpad anymore. The only breakages there is in here is for the actual trackpad buttons, which are reassuringly built and they feel quite nice when you click on them. Sensitivity of the trackpad itself is good, and you can adjust that further on the actual control panel options. Battery life. This is a sore subject because every manufacturer will tell you, yeah, our laptop will last 8-9 hours or what have you, blah, blah, blah. To be honest, I don't think HP has published the battery life on this. In my experience, you will get about 4.5 hours of light usage. So, all in all, it's not a bad device. Final conclusion, you guys always expect me to kind of backtrack on myself on this, and this is one of those difficult ones. Again, I'm not going to call this as a budget laptop because £400 is not budget for anyone, particularly if you're not trying to give this to your kid because he needs it for school, or you're a business and you need to give a new user one a laptop. So £400 is about on right for what most machines will cost nowadays, unless you're on a good premium, but that's not the case here. There's loads of things about this that are nice. Performance is probably a little bit better than most laptops with similar specs, so well done HP. You don't get quite as much as some laptops, like high definition screen. The webcam is poor at best, and that's really being fair. Battery life is also average, depending on what you're doing. Sound is again average. So all in all, it's an average laptop. But then again, it's only £400. So if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. Don't forget to press the like button. If you feel like you've got someone on your friends list that might benefit or might be thinking about buying one of these, which is also the reason why you're watching this, share it with them. And if you liked it, see you guys soon. Thank you. I don't think HP has published. Cut that out. So let's talk about a little bit about. This is going to be out. Edit that out.